getting the hand on the mat from the closed guard. And the reason we're doing this is really any closed guard attack, it's more effective to have hands on the mat. So in other words, if I have him in closed guard, Eddie Bravo's system uses the mission control position and then the zombie to get this right hand on the mat. And really for any attack, we want to get at least one hand on the mat. It's very difficult to be effective, especially in an MMA situation or anything like that, when we don't have a hand on the mat. It's just too one-dimensional, one-directional of an attack. So you can definitely use a rubber guard type of system, but it's better to have some more tools in your arsenal. And one thing I like to do is really get the person off base so they end up planting a hand on the mat for me so I don't have to force a hand on the mat. So, from closed guard, position number one is assuming that I've got his posture down a little bit. So I can be gable gripping my hands together, I can be cupping the back of his head, either one. I'm just preventing him from just being able to pop right up and either pass guard or throw strikes depending on what situation we're in. So when I'm here, I'm going to transition to kind of the scruff of his neck so that I can start moving him like this. I can start having a little bit of play here and using my knees coming up as well. Because what I want to ultimately do is start doing a pendulum type sweep where my left leg is coming out, my right arm is going underneath his leg, and I'm pendulum through. And what I'm looking for is this reaction, that hand on the mat. Now the first couple times you do it, you might just be able to sweep the person. You might just come here, boom, get the sweep. And that's beautiful, and that's a nice idealistic world, but it's also not going to last very long. The surprise will be up soon enough. So when I get this position, I start using my elbow to sort of misalign his head a little bit, get him up, load my hips a little bit. I put my arm underneath his leg, I start penduluming, and his hand comes on the mat. So what I'm going to do from here is my knee is going to come in, my elbow is going to come to my knee, and my left elbow is going to come to my hip at this point. Now from here I have a lot of options. If I'm doing sort of an Eddie Bravo style, I'm going to go right to a chill dog position. I can go to a Sean Williams guard right here, or I can just go to an overhook. And when I go to the overhook, a lot of times this hand, in this case his left hand, is going to be right in here as well, so I can actually grab this hand. So now my left hand has his left hand, and I've got the overhook. My left elbow pinches down. In an MMA type of situation, I can start slapping the guy, throwing elbows, things like this. If I want to get a quick submission, I'm just going to take my right hand. So now I have 2-on-1 on this hand. I'm going to punch it to his stomach, throw my legs up. Now I can go to a regular triangle, or I can just grab my shin. My elbow is down, my forearm is on his neck, figure four, push my elbow in, quick little tap for a nice little triangle. That's technique number one. Okay. So, let's go through that technique one more time. I've got his posture down, I go for the sweep, he plants out, my elbow comes in, I have a lot of options. In this case I'm just going to overhook, get on my side a little bit, and again, if I need to get his elbow up, if it's a striking situation, I probably just start smacking him a little bit. He's going to cover up his hand sooner or later. Now I grab, now I go 2-on-1, punch through, climb my legs over, forearm goes against his neck, grabbing my shin, figure four my legs, squeeze everything down. Nice little reverse triangle choke. That's number one. So, number two is what happens when the guy has better posture. So we're here, and now this time I wasn't able to get him up, and he's kind of far away. He's getting in a position where he can do some strikes, do some damage, or he can just pass guard if we're just doing jiu-jitsu. So in this case, I need to break him down, and sometimes you just can't pull the person down, especially if they're bigger, they're really back and low and all that kind of thing. So I put my hands on the mat, uncross my feet, slide my butt back, and now I'm going to do basically a knee bump, but instead of reaching over and grabbing his elbow, I'm going to clothesline his head. So when I do that, he puts his hand on the mat, and usually this hand starts going towards around my back. Even if he doesn't grab it subconsciously, it's still going to be in a position where when I come down, I'm in the same position. I can chill dog, I can London, or I can just overhook. And again, if it's a gi jiu-jitsu situation, I can start working on his neck and things like that. Anything to get him to cover with this hand and start defending. Now I grab his hand, punch it through. If it's an MMA situation and I'm here, I start throwing some strikes. He covers up. I grab with the inside hand, 2-on-1, shove it through, grab my shin, boom, get the choke again. So one more time, he's got his posture, he's back. Hands on the mat, feet on the mat, slide my butt back, clothesline his head, get him a plant, pull him down again. Again, I can shield dog, I can London, or I just overhook, grab his hand, punch it through, boom, boom, boom. And there we go. So this was all brought to you by the amazing Robliss Kimono Gi. I am wearing the Rip Stuff. It's outstanding. I'm wearing their rash guard too, and their pants.